Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is Anuta, the Crochet World, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please subscribe to my channel, like, share and comment on my videos. And today we're going to do this beautiful pattern for a phone cover or a phone pouch. Here it is. It looks like this, and the size of this phone cover or a phone pouch is about 18 centimeters or 7 inches long, and it is about 4.5 inches or 12 centimeters wide. Here it is, and it is the perfect size for any of the latest phone. And here it is. It looks like this. Now here for this one, I've used my 100% cotton yarn, and I've used 3 different yarns here, 3 different colors. And for this one, I've used 4 mm of the hook. Here it is. So let's begin. Here it is. We will start with the slip knot. So just have your yarn and have a slip knot here. And now we will chain up 20 to 0. So here it is. It's 1, 2, 3, 18, 19 and 20. So here it is. We got over this 20 chains, and now I'm going to turn my work. So turn your work, and here it is. We will start working at the back side of our this chains. And now I'm going to skip my this first chain and I will go to this second chain. Now this is the back side of my second chain, and I'm going to insert my hook into my this second chain here like this, and grab a yarn and have 1 single crochet here. Now here you can have a stitch marker. So here it is. Just have your stitch marker so that you will remember that this is your first stitch. Now here I will again insert my hook into my that same chain, into my the second chain, and will grab the yarn and will have 1 single crochet. So here it is. Into the second chain have 2 single crochets, and now onwards we will have 1 single crochet into each chain. So here it is. Go to this next chain, insert your hook into this next chain here, grab a yarn and have 1 single crochet. Again, go to this next one, insert your hook into this next chain and grab a yarn and have 1 single crochet. And again, go to this next chain, insert your hook, grab a yarn and have 1 single crochet. So here it is. Now onwards, have 1 single crochet into each chain, and by the end you're going to have your 20 single crochets, 20. So keep on having 1 single crochet into each chain, and I'm going to meet you after my 20 single crochets at the end of this chain here. And here it is. I got my this 20 single crochets here, and now here into my this last chain I will add another 3 single crochets. So here it is. I got my this 20 single crochets, and I'm going to add another 3 single crochets here. 23. So here it is. I got my this 23 single crochets, and now I will turn my work and I will start working on the second side of my this chains. And here I'm going to have 1 single crochet into each chain. So here it is. I will go to this next chain, insert your hook into this next chain and grab a yarn and have 1 single crochet here. Go to this next one, insert your hook and grab a yarn and have 1 single crochet here. So here it is. Keep on having 1 single crochet into each chain here on our this second side of our this chains, and here at the end. So this is your last chain. At the second last chain, we're going to have our 40 single crochets. So keep on having 1 single crochet into each chain, and I'm going to meet you here on my this second last chain. So this is the last chain and this is my second last chain. So I'm going to meet you here on my this second last chain, and in total I'm going to have 40 single crochets. So keep on having 1 single crochet into each chain, and I'm going to meet you here. And here it is. I got my this 40 single crochets here, and I'm here on my this second last chain. And now we will go to this last chain here, and into this last chain we're going to have 2 single crochets. So here it is. It's 41 and 42, and here it is. We got our 42 single crochets all the way around, and our base is ready, and it looks like this here. Now to finish up our this round, I'm just gonna take out my this stitch marker from my this first stitch here, and we'll insert my hook into my this first stitch here like this, and we'll grab the yarn and we'll have a slip stitch here. So simply have this 1 slip stitch, and here it is. It looks like this, and now we will have 1 chain 1. So have a chain 1, and now we will go to this first stitch again. So this is our first stitch. Go to this first stitch again, and here I will take the back loop of my this first stitch. So here it is. We have our this slip stitch with both the loops, then we have our this chain one, and now for our first stitch we will go to this first stitch of our round number 1, insert your hook into the back loop of your this first stitch, and grab a yarn and have 1 single crochet, and that's going to be your first single crochet of your round number 2. Now if you want, you can have a stitch marker, but it's completely optional. If you want to skip it, you can skip it. And now we will have 1 single crochet, back loop only, on each stitch from our this previous round. So here it is. For our this round, round number 2, we will have 42 single crochets, all back loop only stitches. So again, I will go to this next stitch, insert your hook into this next stitch here, and grab a yarn and have 1 single crochet, and this is your back loop single crochet. Go to this next one, insert your hook into the back loop of your this next stitch, grab a yarn and have 1 single crochet. Now keep on having 1 single crochet, back loop only, into each stitch from your previous round, and by the end of this round, round number 2, we will have 42 single crochets, all back loop only, and I'm gonna meet you after that. Here it is. It looks like this, and here it is. For my this round, round number 2, I got my this 42 single crochets, all back loop only, and here it is. It looks like this. And now this is my slip stitch and a chain one. So we're gonna skip over this next 2 stitches. This is my stitch number 42, and I will go to this first stitch here, and I will take out my this stitch marker here, and here I will insert my hook, will grab the yarn, and we'll have 1 slip stitch here. Here it is, and that's how we will finish over this round, round number 2. Now here for our round number 3, we will change the color of our yarn. So I'm just going to take the second color here, and I will attach my this second color here like this. Simply just tighten up your work, tighten up your yarn. Here it is, and now I will have a chain 1 here, and now I will go to this first stitch, insert your hook into this first stitch here. So this is the one. This is your first stitch where you have attached your yarn. You made your slip stitch and attach your yarn. So here it is. Just insert your hook into this first stitch, grab a yarn and have 1 single crochet here. So this is your first single crochet of your round number 3. And now we will have chain 2, 1 and 2, and now we will skip over this next 2 stitches. So it's 1 and 2. We will skip over this next 2 stitches, and we will go to this third stitch, and here we will have 1 single crochet. Again, we will chain 1 and 2. Skip over this next 2 stitches, 1 and 2. Go to this third stitch, insert your hook and have 1 single crochet. Remember, we are having our single crochets as our regular single crochets. We are not having any back loop stitches here. It is just a normal, a regular single crochet here, like this. And we're going to repeat over this pattern all the way around on our this round, round number 3. So in total, we're going to have our 42 stitches, including our this single crochets and then chain 2. Single crochet and then chain 2, single crochet, again have chain 2, so it's 1 and 2, and skip your this next 2 stitches, 1 and 2, go to this next one and have 1 single crochet. So including your single crochets and this chains, in total you're going to have your 42 stitches, and I'm going to meet you at the end here. And here it is. I got my this 42 stitches. So here it is. I got my this last chain 2 here, and now I'm here. So I'm going to skip my this next 2 stitches, 1 and 2, and this one is my slip stitch. So we will not count this as our stitch. This 2 we are going to skip. We have our this chain 2 here, and now we will attach our yarn into our this first stitch. Now this is our first stitch. Now here I will insert my hook into my this first stitch, into my this first stitch of round number 3, and I will change the color of my yarn. So here I will skip my this first color, sorry, my second color, and I will go to this first color. So I have this first color, and simply just pull up a yarn and pull up your loop through all of your this loops, and here it is. You got your this slip stitch, and it looks like this. You will have to tighten up your work in here because this one is just loose like this. So just tighten up your this last chain. Here it is, and here it is. You have your this slip stitch. And now here, so we are here on our this first single crochet, and we have made our this slip stitch here, with our changed yarn, and now we will go to this chain 2 space, and here we will have one more slip stitch. So here it is. We already had our one slip stitch to finish up our this round number 3, and now go and have one more extra slip stitch. So insert your hook into this chain 2 space, grab a yarn and have one extra slip stitch here just to reach up to this chain 2 space. Here it is. And now here I will chain up 3. So it's 1, 2 and 3. Chain up 3. Now this chain 3 will count as your first double crochet. Now yarn over and insert your hook into this chain 2 space and have another 2 double crochet here. So here it is. We are going to have our this first double crochet and second double crochet. So here it is. We got our this 3 double crochets. So first chain 3 will count as your first double crochet, and then next 2 double crochets. Here it is. Now we will have chain 1 and we will skip over this next single crochet, and we will go to this chain 2 space. Now here into this chain 2 space again we will have 3 double crochets. So for that, yarn over and insert your hook into this chain 2 space and have 1 double crochet, have your this second double crochet, and have your this third double crochet. Here it is. Again we will have a chain 1 and we will skip over this next single crochet. We will go to this next chain 2 space and we will have 3 double crochets here. So here it is. It's 1, 2 and 3. Now keep on repeating this pattern all the way around, and I'm going to meet you at the end here on my this last chain 2 space. So keep on repeating this pattern and I'm going to meet you here. And here it is. I'm at the end of my this round number 4, and here I'm going to have my this last chain 1, and we will skip over this first single crochet here and we will go to this chain 3 space. Now this is our first double crochet of our round number 4. We'll insert our hook into our this chain 3, grab a yarn and simply pull up a loop and have a slip stitch, and that's how we will finish over this round number 4. Now for our round number 5 we will repeat our this round number 3. So after every round we will repeat over this round number 3. So for that we will again change the color of our yarn. Now here we are not cutting the yarn, so just simply attach your yarn like this, and while attaching this yarn just keep that in mind that your this back strain of yarn, this one is a little bit loose. It's not too tight, otherwise your work will shrink. So just keep that in mind that you are having enough space here at the back so that your this yarn can freely move and you will not lose the shape of your this phone case or phone cover. So here it is. Simply attach your yarn here. You can tighten up your this stitch, your yarn, and here it is. We are right here. And now here I will insert my hook at the back. So here we have our this chain 1, and this is our first double crochet. This is our chain 3. We have our first stitch here. We have our slip stitch here. We attach our yarn here and we will go at the back. So this is our chain 1. So we will go at the back on this chain 1. And insert your hook into this chain 1 space, grab a yarn and have 1 single crochet, and that's going to be our first single crochet of our round number 5. Now as I said, after every round we will repeat about this round number 3. So here it is. We got about this first single crochet here. We will chain 2, 1 and 2, chain up 2, and now we will skip over this 3 double crochets and we will go to this next chain 1 space, and here we will have 1 single crochet. So just have 1 single crochet here. Again chain 2, skip this next 3 double crochets and have 1 single crochet here into this chain 1 space. Now keep on repeating this pattern all the way around, and I'm going to meet you at the end here, and here I'm going to have my this last single crochet and then I will have chain 2. So keep on repeating this pattern all the way around. Keep on repeating your round number 3 here for this round number 5, and I'm going to meet you at the end. And here it is. I got my this last chain 2 here. Now I'm going to skip my this next 3 double crochets and I will go to this first stitch. Now whenever we are repeating over this round number 3, do not finish up your this chain 2, do not finish up your this round with the same color. always insert your hook into this first stitch like this and attach your this next color. So here it is. I'm gonna change the color here and I'm gonna attach my this third color here. So here it is. This is the third color, and I will simply grab my yarn through all of my loops. Here it is, and I will just tighten up my work. Here it is. It looks like this. And now here I will go to this next chain 2 space and we'll have one extra slip stitch. So simply have one extra slip stitch and it looks like this. You can always pull your yarn from here to tighten up this stitch. Here it is. Do not worry, because when you will start working, you will start having your next rounds, this round will automatically be locked, so it will not move. Do not worry about this last stitches. And here it is. It looks like this. And now as we have our one extra slip stitch here again we will repeat our pattern. So for that, just chain up 3, 1, 2 and 3. Now this chain 3 will count as our first double crochet, and we will have another 2 double crochets into our this first chain 2 space. So it's 1 and 2. Here it is. We got our this 3 double crochets here, and now we will have a chain 1 and we will skip over this next single crochet and we will go to this next chain 2 space, and here again we will have 3 double crochets. So it's 1, 2 and 3. Here it is. Now keep on repeating this pattern all the way around until here on this last chain 2 space, and I'm going to meet you here. And here it is. I'm at the end of my this round number 6, and I will have a chain 1 here. So this is my last chain 1, and here I will go to this chain 3 space and will insert my hook into this chain 3 space and will grab the yarn and we'll have a slip stitch here, and that's how we will finish our this round number 6. Now for our round number 7, again we will repeat round number 3, and for that we will attach our this yarn here. So just attach your this yarn here like this, and now we will go at the back on this chain 1 space and we will have 1 single crochet here at the back like this, chain 2, skip this next double crochets and go to this chain 1 space and have 1 single crochet here. Here it is. And now keep on repeating this pattern, keep on changing your yarn as well, and keep on repeating your round number 4, 5 and 6 until your round number 19, 1, 9, and I'm gonna meet you after my round number 19. And here it is. At the end of my this round number 19, I'm here, and this is my last chain 2. Now I will go to this first stitch here and I will grab my this first color. So I'm going to change the color and we'll have first color and we'll have 1 slip stitch here like this and secure this last stitch, and here it is. Now I will go to this chain 2 space. So insert your hook into this chain 2 space, grab a yarn and have 1 slip stitch here. Here it is. Now here I will have a chain 1, and now I will have 3 single crochets into this chain 2 space. So insert your hook into this chain 2 space and grab a yarn and have 1 single crochet, 2 single crochet and 3 single crochet. Now we will skip over this next stitch and we will go to this chain 2 space, and here again we will have 3 single crochets into this chain 2 space. Remember, I'm not going to have any chain 1 here. I will directly go to this chain 2 space and we'll have 3 single crochets here. So it's 1, 2 and 3. Again we will skip over this next single crochet. We will not have any chain 1 here, and we will directly go to this next chain 2 space and we will have 3 single crochets. And now keep on having 3 single crochets into each chain 2 space all the way around on this round number 20, and I'm gonna meet you at the end here. Remember to have 3 single crochets on each chain 2 space, and by the end you're gonna have your 42 single crochets, and I'm gonna meet you at the end here. And here it is. At the end of my this round number 20, I got my this 42 stitches, 42 single crochets, and now I will go to this first stitch. So here it is. This is my first stitch. Remember, we have our slip stitch and chain 1 here, so just count that slip stitch and chain 1, and this is our first stitch. So insert your hook into this first stitch here, grab a yarn and have 1 slip stitch, chain 1, and we will again go to that first stitch and we will have 1 single crochet here. Now here for this round number 21, we will have 1 single crochet into each stitch. So keep on having 1 single crochet into each stitch, and by the end you're going to have your 42 single crochets on this round number 21, and I'm going to meet you after that. So 1 single crochet on each stitch. Here it is. And here it is. At the end of this round number 21, I got my this 42 single crochets, and I will go to this first stitch here. So here it is. This is my slip stitch and a chain 1. I will go to this first stitch and will insert my hook and will grab the yarn and we'll have 1 slip stitch here, and that's how we are going to finish over this round number 21, and it looks like this. And now we will cut our yarn. So here it is. I'm going to cut all of the yarns here, and I will hide all of my this ends here, and I'm going to meet you after that. So here it is. I've hide my all the ends in, and this is inside out. This one is my correct side, this one is the inside, and here it is. It looks like this, and now we will work on our this back strap. So for that, so I will have my yarn, and because we are having a back strap here and we're going to attach our back strap with our project, so here it is. I'm just going to leave a longer tail here, a little longer tail, just to attach my this back strap with my work. So here it is, and here I will have my this slip stitch, slip knot. Sorry, this is a slip knot. So here it is. Just leave a longer tail here, and now we will chain up 2. So here it is. It's 1 and 2. Now go to this first stitch. Here it is. Insert your hook and grab your yarn. You're going to have 2 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull your yarn through 2 loops, and this is your first single crochet. Now we're going to work on this strand of yarn here on this side. So here it is. Just have this 1 strand of yarn. So this is your 1 single crochet. Just go down to this single crochet and you're going to find your this 1 strand of yarn at the side. Just insert my hook into my this 1 strand of yarn here, and I'm going to have 2 loops on my hook. Now I will yarn over and pull my yarn through 1 loop only. So here it is. Just pull your yarn through 1 loop only here. Now you're going to have 2 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull your yarn through 2 loops. Now we will work on this 2 string of yarn. So now onwards we will find our this 2 string of yarn here at the side, at the corner. So just insert your hook into this both loops here like this, and now you're going to have 3 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull your yarn through 2 loops only. And now you're going to have 2 loops on your hook. Now yarn over and pull your yarn through 2 loops. Again, you're going to find your this 2 string of yarn here. Just turn your work, insert your hook into this 2 string of yarn here like this, and yarn over and pull your yarn through this 2 string of yarn only. So yarn over and pull your yarn through 2 loops only. And now you're going to have 2 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull your yarn through 2 loops. And here it is. Now this pattern called a Romanian code. So we are working on a Romanian code right now, and just keep on having this pattern, keep on repeating this pattern, and go up to your required length. I'm going to go up to my required length. So again here I'm going to have my this 2 string of yarn at the side, at the right hand side, and I will simply insert my hook into my this 2 string of yarn here. I'm going to have 3 loops on my hook. Now I will yarn over and will pull my yarn through 2 loops only, and now I'm going to have 2 loops on my hook, yarn over and pull your yarn through 2 loops. Repeat this pattern all the way until your required length, and I'm going to meet you after that. And here it is. I've repeated my pattern up to my required length, and it looks like this. Now this is our Romanian code, and now we're going to have our extended Romanian code. So for that I'm just going to have a chain 1 here. So have a chain 1 and turn your work. And here you can find this 1 string of yarn here on this side, and here on our each string of yarn we will have 1 slip stitch. So here it is. Have your 1 chain 1 here, and go to this first string of yarn here, insert your hook, grab a yarn and have 1 slip stitch. Go to this next one, insert your hook, grab yarn and have 1 slip stitch. Now keep on having 1 slip stitch on each string of yarn here on this side, and while having the slip stitches, just keep in mind to have your this hook loose enough. Do not have your stitches too tight, because slip stitches are already tight stitches, and we don't want to shrink our work. So for that, just simply loosen up your work, just have a loose hand on it and insert your this hook into this side strain of yarn and simply grab your yarn and have one slip stitch. Here it is. So have your one slip stitch on each strain of yarn here until the end, and I'm going to meet you at the end. And here it is. I'm at the end of my this side, and this is my last strain of yarn here, and I'm going to insert my hook into my this last strain of yarn here, and we'll grab the yarn and we'll have my slip stitch, and here it is. Now here I will have a chain one. So have this one slip stitch and have a chain one extra chain one, and now we will turn our work to this second side. Now we will go to this first strain of yarn here, insert your hook and have one slip stitch here. So just grab a yarn and pull your yarn through all of your stitches. Here it is. Leave your this end like this at the behind here, like this, and now we will have one slip stitch into each this strain of yarn on this second side as well. So simply we will repeat our pattern. So just keep on repeating your pattern on this second side as well until the end of your this back strap, and I'm gonna meet you at the end. And remember, while having your this slip stitches, have your hands loose enough, so have your this stitches loose enough so that your work will not stretch. Here it is, and I'm gonna meet you at the end. And here it is. I got my this last slip stitch here, and now we are here. So I will just go to this two strain of yarn here and will insert my hook here, and we'll grab the yarn and we'll have my extra slip stitch here, one more slip stitch just to reach up to this level, and here it is. Now I will insert my hook into my this first stitch, my first slip stitch, and we'll grab the yarn and we'll have one slip stitch here, and that is how we have finished our this work, and it looks like this. And now here we're gonna cut a longer tail again because we're gonna attach our this back strap with the work. So here just simply secure this last stitch, and here it is all done. And here it is. Now we're gonna attach our this back strap with our this bag. So for that, just make sure that your bag is on the wrong side, and here it is. We have our this back strap as well, and we have our this back side on the wrong side as well. So here it is like this here. And now go to this one corner, and here we will attach our this back strap here somewhere like this. So for that, just insert your this needle here and take this one strain of yarn. Remember, I'm not inserting my this needle. I will take out somewhere out in here. I will have my stitches around in here on this side only. I will not take out my this needle at the front side, so I will not have any stitches on the front. So here it is, just like this. Attach your this both the sides. So here it is, we are attaching over this first side here. So just simply go in here and again come out and simply take the stitches from the back only, like this. Now keep on attaching your work here, and we will attach over this both the sides, and I'm going to meet you after that. And here it is. Our bag is almost ready, and now we're gonna attach our this button in here, and for this button we're gonna create our loop as well. So for that, I'm just gonna have my this yarn, and for this one I will just have a slip knot, and I will chain up 8 here. So it's 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 and 8. So just gonna chain up 8 here, and I will simply measure up my this button. So here it is. My chain 8 is not enough. I'm just gonna have another 2 chains. So here it is. I got this 10 chain here, and that's gonna be enough. And here it is. It's gonna be like this. So here, just cut your yarn and secure your this last stitch, and just attach your button in here and your this loop your chains at the back here and hide this all ends in, and I'm gonna meet you after that. And here it is, our phone pouch or phone case is ready, and it looks like this, and here it is. And I hope you have liked my today's tutorial. If you have liked, please like, share and comment on my videos, and please subscribe to my channel, and I will see you into the next video. Till then, bye.